A big title up for grabs here. Welcome to the final of the International Championship.
Amongst previous winners, multiple world champion Mark Selby.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
He's going to play on here. Well, it goes. Half a chance.
Playing this with a lot of power.
Wonderful shot.
And the cue ball has finished very nicely.
1.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. That's a good split. He's got a real chance here.
5.
Tough shot coming up.
Six.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Beautiful pot.
Position looks pretty good to me.
9.
He fancies this red. Tremendous pot. Brilliant.
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
10.
Aiming for the right centre here.
16. 17.
Good cueing required here. He's on a real roll here. Great striking.
22. 23.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power. Well played. That was made more difficult due to the rest being used.
26. 27. 34.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
35. 38.
'Lots of power on this shot.
He's played that very well with the wrist.
40.
This isn't easy.
That's just magnificent.
What about that for a positional shot? Perfect.
45. $46. $52.
Playing for the middle pocket.
53.
This pot for snookers required. No issues there.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
59.
He's taking on the long red to the corner.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
60.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner. That's a top shot. Well played.
66. $67.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
$73.
He's playing the pot here. What a great shot that is.
74.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket. Tremendous pot.
80.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
$81. $86.
Only the colours remaining. Oh, wonderful shot.
88. $91.
No more than half a chance here.
Impressive shot with the rest.
95.
Amazing century.
100.
This is being played towards the left middle pocket.
106.
He's taking the black on. Great clearance. He'll be thrilled with that.
113. And the first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame. Well played.
He's got a one-frame advantage now, and will be looking to build on that lead by taking this next frame.
I agree. This is a great opportunity to really turn the screw on his opponent.
Thank you. The second frame, Neil Robertson to break.
Playing this with plenty of power. Not the best split. He'll be disappointed with that.
1.
Well, that's not worked out quite as he intended it to.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
That's not ended well. Tough shot, but not what he was hoping for. Lots of power on this shot. He would have hoped for a better split there.
1.
He's played that poorly.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1. One.
That's a careless shot.
Neil Robertson, 1.
Bad miss. That's okay, I think. Not ideal, though.
1. Neil Robertson, 1.
This isn't easy.
What a magnificent pot that is.
He'll be happy with that. Top shot.
1.
He's aiming for the left corner here. No problem there.
He's cueing extremely well here.
8. Ninth. 16.
Looking to play this softly.
That could have finished a little better.
17.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
What a tremendous pot.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
19. $20. $27.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket. That's an excellent pot.
Really impressive cueing.
28. 35.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
36.
So, this pot into the right corner. Well, an excellent pot.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
43.
Doesn't want to overhit this.
44.
Well, that's left him a little awkward there.
51.
Just the red required. And in it goes.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
52. 59.
So, this pot into the right corner. Down it goes.
60. 66.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket. That's a top shot.
67.
Playing this with a lot of power.
74.
Well, this is a challenging shot along the cushion. And what a beauty he's picked up there. Half a chance and he's grabbed it with both hands.
75.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
81.
Just the colours to go. Beautiful.
83.
So, this pot into the right corner. Beautifully done.
86.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
$90.
He's taking on the pot along the cushion. Oh, what a shot that is.
95.
He's going for the left corner pocket.
What a century. Well played.
101.
This is not easy.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 101.
That is the frame.
This is starting to develop into a decent lead here. He'll want to ensure he keeps the pressure on his opponent. He'll be aware how important pace is for this shot.
He's not played that well. Tough shot, but he could have played it better. Looking to play this with a lot of power.
He's played that poorly.
Foul. Neil Robertson, 6. One.
Playing for the middle pocket.
Loose play like that isn't what you'd expect from a player of his quality.
Neil Robertson, 1.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Not the quality we'd expect from a player of his skills.
One.
Great shot.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
4. Five.
He's played that very well.
12.
Not the best we've seen from Neil Robertson.
Neil Robertson, 12.
Playing this with a lot of power. Well, that's not ideal. He's not finished in a great position, that's for sure.
1.
Lots of power on this shot.
He's missed the pot.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1. One.
Half a chance here. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous pot.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
7.
What a top pot that was.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
8. 15. 16. 23. 24. 31. 32. 39.
What a top shot that is.
Simply wonderful.
40.
No issues there.
That should be it. No real way.
45. Frame conceded. Frame Neil Robertson.
And that is the frame.
Thank you, the fourth frame. Neil Robertson to break.
Playing this with plenty of power. Really nice opening there.
Two.
This is tough.
8.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
What a pot.
He'll be very happy with the position here.
9.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket. That's a beauty.
What a wonderful pot.
14. $15.
He's playing for the right corner here. Excellent pot.
Wonderful shot.
22.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
23.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Oh, that's right out of the top drawer.
He couldn't have played that any better.
30. $31.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner. Excellent shot.
Excellent cueing.
38. $39.
This will need good cueing. Really aggressive potting there. That took some guts.
44.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket. And in it goes.
Quality cueing there. Really good.
45.
Tremendous shot.
Great technique. Superb cueing.
50.
tricky pot along the cushion here.
51.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
That's a fabulous pot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
58. $59.
He's an expert long potter and he's taking this on. Great shot.
66.
Just the red required here. In it goes.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
67. $74. $75.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here. What a great demonstration of cue power.
82. $83. $90. $91. $98.
He's tempted by this red.
That is a great recovery shot.
$99.
Fantastic century. Brilliant.
$103.
Just the colours remaining.
$105.
This really is tricky.
$108.
Pot, no doubt.
$112.
Not an easy one, but a half chance. That's a brilliant pot.
$117.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket.
$123.
This is no gimme. What a clearance. Amazing.
105th. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That's the frame in the bag.
Thank you, the 5th frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
That was a really tough shot, and it hasn't worked out all that well. Playing this with a lot of power.
One.
Needs to strike this well. Not the shot he was aiming for there. He really needs to tighten up on his positional play.
6.
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless.
That's a great split. He'll be unlucky if he's not anything here.
7. $14. 15. 22.
'This looks relatively easy.
23.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
30.
'This is a half chance. What a fabulous pot that is.
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
31. 38.
'Gently does it.
39.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
That's an absolutely outstanding pot.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
41.
'Not perfect position.
42.
Lots of power on this shot.
49. 50. 57.
He's lining this up into the left centre pocket.
58. 65.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket. Nicely done.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
66.
He just needs this ping. No, not quite. Pretty close though, but that won't provide any solace.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 66. One.
Nicely onto a red.
4. Neil Robertson, 4. One.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Oh yes, what a pot!
Three. Four. Eleven.
This needs to be played at the right pace.
12.
A delicate touch required here.
19.
Challenging pot along the cushion here. Wow, what a great pot that was.
20.
That hasn't really worked out at all.
25.
He'll be looking at the easiest escape route here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 25. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well played to take that frame.
Thank you. The sixth frame, Neil Robertson to break.
Well, he's taking the red on.
That is a quality opening red.
1.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
Seven. Eight.
This requires good cueing. No doubts about his power after that shot.
13. Fourteen. 19.
That's well played with the wrist.
20.
Lots of power on this shot.
22.
He's taking on the long red to the corner pocket.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
23.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Loose shot.
29.
He's going for it. What a tremendous pot.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
30.
He's going for the right centre pocket here. Great shot.
Great cueing.
$35.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
36.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Loose shot.
42.
Not an easy one, but a half chance. And he's missed it!
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 42.
The pressure seems to be getting to Neil Robertson here.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
1.
Aiming for the centre pocket here.
Played it well.
7. Eight.
He's looking for the pot into the right middle.
Very well played.
12. $13. 20.
This is a critical shot here. Oh, what a shot! Unbelievable!
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
21.
Really impressive cueing.
No way back into this frame for his opponent now.
26. 27. $34.
This really is tricky.
That's an absolutely outstanding pot.
35.
Yeah, he's looking to drop this into the middle pocket.
41.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
What a beauty!
42.
Long pot, right up his street.
Simply wonderful.
47.
Looking to run this along the cushion. Oh, that's a top shot. Outstanding potting.
48.
Yes, he's taking the pot on. What a great pot.
53.
Just the colours to go.
55. 58.
He's going for it.
62.
The long pot's on, and he's going for it.
What a wonderful pot.
67.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
73.
Playing this with a lot of power. What a clearance that was. Superb.
80. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And now the frame is his.
Thank you, the 7th frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
I'm not sure what happened there, but it's a poor result. He's aiming for the left corner here. That's a good opening red.
1.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
Six.
Playing this with plenty of power. That's a really good split, and this is a real opportunity.
7. $12.
He's taking it on. Fabulous pot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
13.
That's a top shot. Well played.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
18.
Half a chance here.
19.
He's looking to pot the pink. Oh, that's a top quality shot with the wrist. Not easy at all.
25.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Tremendous shot.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
26.
Really well played.
29.
Well, he's lost the cue ball a touch. Would have wanted that under better control, really.
30.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket. Beautifully done.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
37.
Lots of power on this shot.
38. $45.
That's ended up more awkward than he would have wanted.
46. $53.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket. What a top shot that is.
Great cueing there.
54.
Tricky pot coming up.
$60.
No more than half a chance here. Brilliant. Simply brilliant.
Position looks pretty good to me.
61.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
No problems with the rest there. Well played.
67.
Important pot here. No problem there.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
68. $75.
This is a tricky one along the cushion. Excellent pot. Superb.
76.
Yes, he's taking the pot on. Brilliant shot.
$78.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
Foul, but of no consequence.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 78. Neil Robertson, 7. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well played to take that frame.
Thank you, the 8th frame. Neil Robertson to break.
This won't be easy. Impressive opening red.
1.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power. Good split. That's really opened the table up here.
8.
Not a great split.
9.
Playing this with a lot of power.
What a fabulous pop that is.
Well, he couldn't have played that any better. Superb positional shot.
12.
And in it goes.
Oh, wonderful shot.
13.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
18. 19.
'He's taking this on. That's a top shot. Outstanding potting.
Position looked very good here. He's played that very well.
25.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Close, but not quite.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 25.
This is a potential route back into this frame.
One. Six. Seven.
Nicely positioned for the red.
14. $15.
He's just looking to drop this in gently.
20. $21. 26.
Nicely on the blue.
27. 32.
He's playing for the right corner here. No issues there.
Great cueing.
33.
'Nicely done.
38. 39. 46. 47. 53. 'Frame conceded. Frame, Neil Robertson. Thank you, the 9th frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7.
He's playing on from this position. Strange shot. Loss of focus, perhaps? This will be a real test of his cueing.
In it goes. What a shot.
One.
He's lining this up into the right middle pocket. Tremendous pot.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
3.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner. Well, an excellent pot.
Quality cueing there. Really good.
4.
He'll be fuming about that.
11. 'Ronnie O'Sullivan, 11.
He's got it. Excellent shot.
Pace is very important here, and he doesn't want to underhit this.
Playing this with a lot of power.
In it goes.
Simply wonderful.
1.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Beautiful.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
3.
He'll play this with plenty of power. That split is not bad at all. Great opportunity.
4.
Perfect cueing required for this shot. Anything looks possible when he's cueing this well.
9.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket. That's a top shot.
He seems full of confidence at the moment. The split looks good to me.
17.
He's just looking to drop this in gently.
18. 25.
He's looking to drop this into the middle pocket.
26. 32.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. What a top pot that was.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
33. 38.
'Bad miss, and it could be very costly.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 38. One. Six. Seven. Fourteen.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
15. 17.
'Well, that's an unforced error, and it could cost him.
Neil Robertson, 17.
He's taking this on. Tremendous pot. Brilliant.
He'll be very happy with the position here.
1.
He's taking this blue on. That's a tremendous pot.
He's finished a bit awkward here.
6. 7.
'Just this pink now.
Unbelievable pot.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
13.
He's aiming for the left corner here. Nicely done.
14.
Half a chance here.
18.
Tricky pot coming up.
That's well played with the rest.
19. 26.
Just the colours now.
28. 31. 35.
This is not easy.
That's an excellent pot.
40.
Very tricky shot coming up.
46.
That completes a brilliant clearance. Very impressive.
53. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That is the frame.
Thank you, the 10th frame, Neil Robertson to break.
Tricky shot here.
That's an excellent opening red.
1.
Not the best positional shot.
8.
He's taking the red on. He's played that very well with the rest.
9.
Lots of power on this shot. Would you believe it?
16. 'Ronnie O'Sullivan, 16.
That's an excellent safety.
Tricky pot along the cushion here. Wow, what a pot that is!
He'll be happy with that. Top shot.
1.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
7.
Playing this with plenty of power.
What a wonderful pot.
He couldn't have played that any better.
8.
This will test his technique.
Beautifully struck.
13.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. Pace is very important. Nicely played.
20.
He's got nice position on the blue ball here.
28.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. That's a good split. He's got a real chance here.
29.
He's lining this up into the right middle pocket.
34.
He's looking at this red. The cue ball drops, and that's a foul.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 34. Neil Robertson, 4. 1. 5. 6. 11.
'Nice position on the black.
12.
Well, that's a surprise. Bad miss.
Neil Robertson, 12.
This is tough.
Well, that's just outstanding. Superb pot.
Just look at that for a positional shot. Superb.
1.
Playing this with a lot of power.
Excellent shot.
Great technique. Superb cueing.
7. 8.
Just this pink now. That's a great pot.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
14.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
15. 22.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. Down it goes.
23. 30.
Just the colours remaining on the table now.
32.
He's looking at the pot into the left middle.
35.
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless.
39.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 39. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And now the frame is his.
Thank you, the 11th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7. Touching ball.
And, unsurprisingly, he's asked his opponent to play again. He'll be mindful of pace here. He really doesn't want to overhit this.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Well, he's asked his opponent to play again.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Well, he's asked for the retake.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
He's been asked to play again. Well, he's taking it on. That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
1.
Tricky pot coming up.
He's given away penalty points with that foul.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1. Neil Robertson, 5.
Challenging pot along the cushion here. No, not this time. Close, but a miss nonetheless.
One. Neil Robertson, 1.
Wow, he'll be thrilled with that.
One. Eight.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Great shot.
He's cueing extremely well here.
9.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner? No problem there.
Oh, wonderful shot.
16. Touching ball. $17. $22. 23.
Well played.
28. 29.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt. No, not this time.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 29.
This is no gimme.
What a pot! Amazing!
1. 3. 4. Neil Robertson, 4.
This is not easy.
Brilliant pot, outstanding. They don't come much better than that.
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
Now that's a top quality shot with the rest. Not easy at all.
8. 9.
This is a critical shot here. That's a beauty.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
$17.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Outstanding pot. That's right out of the top drawer.
$19.
Lots of power on this shot.
$20.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Great pot.
$22. $23.
He'll play this with plenty of power. Impressive shot with the rest.
$30.
Just the colours left now.
$32.
Playing this with plenty of power.
$35.
Playing this with a lot of power.
$39.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here.
$44.
He's taking on the pot along the cushion.
$50.
Well, this is a half chance.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 50.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Thank you, frame 12. Neil Robertson to break.
Lots of power on this shot.
Great opening red.
One.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
He's playing the safety and aiming to get the cue ball tight against the cushion.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. Good split. That's really opened the table up here.
1.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
5.
This is really tricky.
6.
Long pot, right up his street.
Well, you can't question his cue power after that shot.
12.
Playing this with plenty of power.
13.
He's going for the left corner pocket. Excellent pot.
He's playing very well here.
18.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
19.
A long pot's on, and he's going for it. Well, that's just outstanding. Superb pot.
24.
Not really the level of control he was after there. Lost the cue ball a little.
25.
Well, he's playing this into the left middle pocket. Tremendous shot.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
30.
This should be pretty straightforward.
31.
Very nicely done.
36.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket. What a top pot that was.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
37. $42. $43.
A delicate touch required here.
50. 51. $58.
He just needs this red. Nicely done.
That effectively removes any chance of a comeback in this match.
59.
This is not easy.
What a beautiful pot that is.
65. $66.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
$73.
He's taking this on to the right middle. Down it goes.
74. $81. $82.
Nicely played onto a red.
88. $89. $96.
Just the colours to go.
$98.
He's going for it.
What a brilliant century.
101.
This is really tricky.
$105.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here. Another great long pot.
110.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
$116.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 116.
And that's it. He's done it in style. What a great final.